Hey guys, Myles at Blackwood Bows. I just wanted to go over all the grips that we offer on all of our bow models. So starting with the recurve models, the first one I'm going to go to is the Asbelle. So the Asbelle Grip is what we consider a medium wrist height. So it's got the same wrist height as the standard. However, all we've done is we've made a fatter palm swell. So it's a little thicker right here up in the area, up in this area. So guys with fairly larger hands tend to lean more towards this grip just because it's going to fill out the hand a lot more with this palm swell. Now going from the standard to the Asbelle, it's not going to change your wrist height. That's the only difference, is going to be the palm swell. So from there we go to a low Asbelle. So the low Asbelle is going to give you the same thickness and palm swell as the Asbelle. However, we've just flattened it off a little bit more to give you a more of a low wrist or heels down type feel to the grip. After that, we'll go to the standard. So the standard and the Asbelle from the side look identical. They're the same wrist height. The only difference is going to be the palm swell. So the Asbelle is a lot thicker palm. The standard is more of a narrow palm. So same wrist height, but it's just not going to fill out the hand as much as the Asbelle would. So from there, we'll go to the low standard grip. So the low standard grip is going to be the same thickness as the standard. So you're not getting that fat palm swell like you would in the Asbelle. But again, all we've done is shaved it down to give you more of a heels down, low wrist type feel. So with that, we'll go to the three newest grips. So the three newest grips is going to be this first one. This first one is called the Cooling Grip after Randy Cooling. So what we've done is we've taken a standard low wrist. So you've got the standard thickness, and we've flattened it out. So it's really flat through here and it doesn't round as much. So with the low standard, everything's rounded off, to where in the cooling, everything stays really flat and sharp. So it's a lot more something to push on. You can really, push on it well without your hand wanting to naturally roll out of the grip. And it stays sharp all the way down through on both sides. So then we go to the Snyder grip after Aaron Snyder, and what we've done with this one is up here in this section is we've kept it flat just like the cooling. So you've got a real flat surface to push on. However, down here on this bottom section is we've started rolling off. So between it and the low wrist, up in this section, the low wrist stays rounded. Up in this section on the Snyder, we're flattening it like the cooling. Now down here in this section though, they're going to be identical as they start to round off. And again, also with the Snyder, just like the cooling, you've got that standard palm swellness as you will in the standard low wrist. After that, we go to the Jenkins Grip after Rod Jenkins. So this one again, just like the two previous grips, you're going to have the standard palm swellness, and it's going to be flattened out just like the cooling. So the difference between it, the cooling, and the Snyder is if you look at the bamboo line in each of these grips. So if I do between the Jenkins and this cooling grip here, you can see they stay flat and they stay sharp all the way through the bottom. They don't start to round off in anywhere. However, in this cooling grip, if you pay attention to this bamboo line here, in the grip, you'll see on the cooling grip here, it's starting to slowly fade off to the left side of the bow. Now it is still sharp, and you're not going to want to roll your hand out of that. It is pretty flat and sharp, but you can see that slight where it starts to fall off towards that way, where the Jenkins grip is pretty much the opposite. You'll see it starting to slide off to the right side of the bow. So it's putting a lot more of your pressure as you're pushing into the grip into more of the center of the bow and off to the right side. So those are all the grips that we offer on the recurves, all except the PSR. Now for the PSR and the PL, we've got two grip choices. So the first one being the standard and then the Toby. So the standard here is more of your traditional narrow longbow type grip. Now with the Toby grip's gonna be the same thing, but again, it's just fatter, kind of like the Asbelle is compared to the standard. So it's a lot more palm swellness. It's gonna fill out the hand a little bit more, and it's more rounded. Especially right in here, to where the standard is going to be more of a narrow and tighter curve than the Toby grip is. Now these we can do in either this leather beaver tail wrap or the Sure grip. Now we cannot do this beaver tail wrap on any of the 3-piece takedowns or the 1-piece recurves besides the PSR. with this style grip.